Short Stories by J.B. Simeon. One Night in Iraq. In 2005, a guy I grew up with named Tom was working as a defense contractor. His job was to inspect munition storage areas on a large military base in western Iraq. Usually, he worked at night with a partner, but on the night that this story happened, he was working alone. The Iraqi resistance would occasionally fire rockets and heavy mortars into the base. Sometimes that would result in destroyed equipment and deaths. Mostly, since the mortars and rockets were unguided, they landed in unoccupied spots and caused no damage. For safety, the ammunition storage areas on the base were widely dispersed and located deep in the desert. Tom's job required him to drive an assigned inspection circuit during a 12-hour night shift. He had to verify deliveries and shipments of the ammunition. Tom preferred working with a partner. He enjoyed having someone to talk to during the night, and he always got the other person to drive. This was important because he has a medical condition called sleep apnea. However, at that time, his sleep apnea condition was undiagnosed and untreated. For those who are not familiar with sleep apnea, it is a medical condition that causes a person to stop breathing multiple times while they are sleeping. The person continually wakes up gasping for air. If the condition goes untreated, then they never get a restful sleep. When they are awake, they're always sleepy, and they frequently fall asleep at inappropriate times. Tom thought that he was falling asleep at work because he was tired from all the long hours. For months, he had been drifting into micro-sleeps, sometimes as long as a minute. Experts say that driving while drowsy is just as dangerous as driving while intoxicated. That made Tom a deadly accident, searching for a victim. Tom thinks that he had fallen into a deep micro-sleep when he heard from the back seat of the SUV a familiar voice saying, "Tom, wake up!" Startled, he turned his head and found his mother sitting on the back seat of the SUV. He stepped hard on the brake pedal, and the SUV slid to a stop. As the vehicle settled down, he turned his head again and found his mother sitting in the back seat of the SUV smiling at him. As he watched her, she said to him, "Tom, I love you. You have to quit this job or you'll die." He was still watching her as she faded before his eyes. He said, "Mama," but she was gone. A rush of adrenaline coursed through his body. He sat in the driver's seat shaking. Had he actually seen his deceased mother? Had he been asleep? His mother died when he was 12. She looked just like he remembered. The experience frightened Tom into quitting that job and returning home. He was diagnosed with obstructive sleep apnea a few weeks later. It has been 11 years since he started treatment for the condition. He no longer falls into micro-sleeps. He still wonders what happened that night in that SUV in Iraq. Had he actually seen and heard his mother? He thinks it was her, but he doesn't believe there's an afterlife. He thinks that when we die, we are ended. There's nothing beyond this life, he says. He says, for his sanity, he doesn't want to believe that there are ghosts all around us all the time, watching us, judging us, and influencing our actions. Still, he also says, in the quiet moments, when his mind drifts just before sleep, he hears her voice softly saying, "Tom, I love you." I'm J.B. Simeon, and this has been the story of One Night in Iraq. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the commentary. Also, to hear more stories, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you, and take care.